Hello, followers of Shades. It is I, Grady. Or Shades. Depends on how you put it. So, I just wanted to tell you something that I will be reacting to Manny is a Psychopath by Late Night Pies. Make sure to subscribe. Subscribe to my channel and to maybe his channel, and follow my channel. And we're acting. So there's that.
I hate Manny. There's an entire subreddit called r/Manny for a reason. He's a spoiled brat.
Isn't that kind of harsh? I hate Manny too. He sucks. Actually, I understand.
That does anything and gets anything he wants. And the thing is, he knows it. A psychopath is defined by Webster as a person having an egocentric personality marked by a lack of remorse.
What kind of website is this? That's just confusing. Why am I pausing so much in like the first minute?
For one's actions, an absence of empathy for others. Numerous times during the Wimpy Kid series do we see Manny committing absolutely egregious acts against his family with absolutely zero remorse. You may think I'm exaggerating, but far from it. In Cabin Fever, the Heffley family is stuck in a blizzard with no food in the house. For days, the family is only surviving.
My family... Dang it. What the... My family... Squirtle actually knows that. Blizzard. Yeah, it just makes sense how Squirtle can learn Blizzard. Hey! I'm sorry. Please don't attack me. Ah! Just kidding, I'm not gonna attack you. You're an idiot. Bye. That was weird. Well, anyway, back to the reaction.
By the body heat of each other and eating condiments. It's not more until a day later that Greg finds Manny in his room with a heater and stacks of food. Yeah, it turns out Manny went into the circuit breaker and turned off all of the power for everyone but himself, putting his family in legitimate danger. All because no one taught him how to tie his shoes. And you may be thinking...
Speaking of which, my dad said that one time, I don't know if he was being sarcastic, but he said that he wouldn't feed me as much if I didn't learn how to ride a bike. I do like riding a bike, but that's just a psychopath move. But he's not a psychopath. I mean, he's been in the war, but that was for serving the country.
Thinking, well, Manny's just a kid, he didn't need to do anything wrong, which is a valid argument, until you realize that this 3-year-old somehow knows what a circuit breaker is and how to use it. He shouldn't even be able to reach it without some sort of stepping stool. It had to be intentional. And then when he's caught, he starts bawling about how nobody taught him how to tie his shoes, putting the blame on others so that he wouldn't get in trouble. What's the mother supposed to do? You're not normally supposed to get furious at a 3-year-old for something like this. After all, he's only 3. Keyword, however, normally. Manny isn't normal. It's known that psychopaths fake emotion in order to manipulate people. In this instance, Manny's attempting to guilt trip his family through sadness in order to keep himself innocent. He wasn't crying because he felt bad for putting his family in mortal danger. No, he was crying so that his mother would feel bad and he would be free from...
What kind of temperature do you think it was? I mean, I knew it was a full-blown blizzard, but I don't understand. I mean, there wasn't any heat going on. I'm just wondering, how hot was it? How warm was it?
Punishment. Well, that's just one example, right? Wrong. When Greg is about to start being an epic gamer, he finds that his console doesn't work. He goes to see what's wrong and finds that Manny stuffed a cookie into the console. And what's his excuse? I'm only 3. Again, you may think, well, yeah, he is only 3, so what? But it's the fact that he's intelligent enough to use his age as a leverage against Greg. Most of the time when a kid messes up, an adult will make an excuse for the kid. He's only 3, just let it go. But it isn't often that the child itself uses this excuse themselves. And he didn't do this accidentally. It says he always uses this excuse when he breaks my stuff. meaning he's purposely broken Greg's stuff
He
just for the
stole
fun of it,
half of his
and knows he can
items,
always
or
get away
less,
with it. Children start
in
feeling
like
empathy
20
anywhere from a
seconds.
few months old to 2 years old. Yet, Manny doesn't seem remorseful in any way at all. The mother makes Manny apologize to Greg, and as an apology, Manny makes him.
I would never accept that. A ball of styrofoam with toothpicks in it. That's highly dangerous, and it's just like, would you take that as a gift? I mean, you should like, dude, what the heck? My dad's gonna come in soon.
This tinfoil ball of death. So he's smart enough to use a circuit breaker and manipulate others with fake emotions, yet he makes this dangerous tinfoil ball with toothpicks in it? Eventually, Raleigh ends up sitting on it and hurting
Oh
himself,
my god.
which.
Is he okay? I know what happened, but what kind of ointment is that? How is this supposed to help him? Poor Rowley. I feel bad.
Makes you think if Manny planned for
I'm
something
serious.
like this
I
to
actually feel
happen.
bad about it.
Even in his apology, he's still looking for ways to torment people. He has no empathy. He does whatever he wants, and he gets away with it too. Here's another example. When Greg was at school, Manny went onto Greg's NetCritters account and sold all of his items, and then changed his password so that he couldn't go back in. It's like those dudes with girlfriends who delete their MyCareer account, but at least they feel bad about it afterwards. Selling all of the items and then changing the password isn't something you just do when you're messing around with a computer. He purposely did this. It's the fact that not only is this 3-year-old intelligent enough to do all this, but he doesn't even feel remorse for it. He just continues his day like nothing ever happened. The lack of morality is astounding. Last in-depth example, Greg is hiding candy for himself, but when Manny finds it, he eats it at his pleasure. Greg only allowing Manny to do this because if he doesn't, Manny would snitch on him. He's manipulating Greg to basically let him have all the free candy he wants, and if he doesn't let him, Greg gets in trouble. Since he knows that he could think of some excuse to get himself out of trouble, he feels no remorse for basically keeping his brother hostage so that he can benefit. When you research traits of a psychopath, you usually find terms such as frequently faking emotions, being rather intelligent, having a lack of morality, and being very manipulative. Pretty much every example I've mentioned in this video falls under one of these psychopathic attributes in some way. If the evidence I've provided hasn't convinced you already, then here's more examples. I won't be going over them in depth, but the fact that there's even more is scary. He made everyone take off the lights of the Christmas tree after they already finished because he wanted to be the first one. He drew on Greg's door just to mess with him because he knew he wouldn't receive punishment. He kept memories of Greg breaking a window and then snitched on him later when he learned how to talk. He twisted the no swearing rule so that he makes money from it. And lastly, he changed the TV settings so that only his shows played, and he wouldn't tell anyone the password. And if none of that convinces you, then here's my final go. Look at his drawings and tell me this isn't the drawings of a psychopath. Look at it. Also, look at the way he puts mustard on a hot dog. I hate this kid. No human does this. Unless he wasn't human at all. Think about it. His extreme intelligence, his manipulation. Manny is actually a crocodile disguised as a human boy. Look at the entire family. Now, look at Manny. Why does he have a snout? And now you may be thinking, why is Crocodile Boy living with them? Well, isn't it obvious? It's to kill the Heffley family. The Blizzard incident. The Ball of Death. Open your eyes, America. The truth is right there.
Oh my God, this is so right.
Thank you. Oh yeah, just as a side note, thought this was funny, Manny is involved in sexual harassment as well. Look, here he violates this poor.
Oh my God. What is wrong with this kid? That is very inappropriate. But I don't think it's inappropriate enough to not have kids watch this. Okay.
Poor man's bum, and here he shows Riley his hiney, and every time Riley comes over, he pressures Riley not to say anything. Case closed.
I can see this all working out. If you put this all together, he could be if you look at it, he's right. He could possibly be anything. With a snout book. Milk. Whatever. I think he's right. I mean, he's insanely smart. Has a lack of motivation. And many other things that he said. How's he even alive? You know, Greg said something about flies could possibly be aliens. Well, aliens could have abducted Susan, got her pregnant, and gave Manny in order to spy on them, in order to mess with the human race. They could have done this with many children, because there are many bad children in this book. Not just this book. This channel is kind of a mini book, but many of the Diary of a Wimpy Kid books. There isn't anything else.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
Like
Hope you guys enjoyed this theory, and hopefully you're not an idiot that took the ending seriously. Everything else in this video wasn't a joke though. Anyway.
Okay, I get it now. Thank you, Late Night Pies. Now I can understand everything. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and follow the channel if you please. Shades out. And Harold, when did you come back?